Sheriff, you are taking on a role where previously the public had some trust issues with the jail. What are you planning to do, or what have you done so far to regain that public trust?
Well, this is like my 21st day, 22nd day in the office. So it's a slow process, but it's a process I consider to be very important for the future of Cobb County citizens.
Since 2004, 50 plus inmates have died at the jail. What's the policy moving forward?
On the policy going forward, that anyone that loses their life in the facility, unfortunately, we'll call in the GBI to do an investigation, independent investigation. So it would be a third party and not us investigating ourselves. So I feel that's the right way to do, so we can be transparent in our actions. And as the GBI complete the investigation, of course, they turn the findings over to the DA, and then the DA makes the decision how we go forth with the prosecutor or non-prosecutor.
One of those jail fatalities that happened a few years ago was Kavel Wingo. A lot of people believe what they saw on the video was criminal neglect. Do you plan to request an independent investigation into his death?
Well, currently what we're waiting on to see what the investigators, how it's going to unfold now. I know our prior DA has sent it over to the federal authorities to look into. So as we receive the results of their investigation, they give me an indication how I need to move forward on this case. So as of right now, we're waiting to see the results from that, and then we'll go forward from that.
The federal government has limitations on what type of charges they can bring, and it doesn't include state charges like criminal neglect, what people often believe they saw on the video. Why wait for the U.S. Attorney's Office to determine something? Why not move forward now where you have the authority to ask GBI to investigate?
Well, the reason I'm waiting is, as I spoke with our district attorney about it as well, we want to see what those initial findings come back. By me pulling the trigger on it now, it's not going to make much of a difference with me waiting 2-3 weeks. Hopefully we'll get it back within that time frame to open up the investigation if we have to. So time, for lack of better terms, is on our side.
Is there a deadline for you where if you believe the U.S. Attorney's Office is taking too long that you will then take action?
Well, I will have a conversation with the DA because I have not been privy as of yet, because I'm getting into office, of what the whole case file was. Of course, I saw some of your videos of what happened, as everyone else has, but I haven't seen the case file that was produced and given to them that they forwarded. So once I have access to that and talk to the new DA, and we may change our decision and make an internal investigation prior to that coming back, but I haven't had the opportunity to do that.
What was your response when you saw the video?
Well, when I saw the video, it was appalling like everyone else. No one should have to be treated that way, as I stated while I was running for office. And I can guarantee you going forward, no one will be treated that way by anyone in this office going forward.
What are you going to do to help rebuild that trust in Black and Latino communities?
Well, I think it started by me getting elected. Now they can see someone of their own, for lack of better terms, in a position of being the highest ranking law enforcement official in the county, first and foremost and first ever. So I think that starts to change the trend. And by then, again, being transparent, having open communication with the community, and listening to our community needs. I think that is very important. It has been a stigma for many years about people of color coming into Cobb and having some issues. And again, by hopefully me being elected to this position will ease some of that tension. But not just because I'm here as a figurehead, I got to actually go out and do things. So again, they have to see me in the community, see me out front, leading this agency in a positive direction, and making sure that when we do something wrong, we hold our officers or deputies accountable. As a young man coming up, now from Atlanta, and that stigma was with me when I came up. You don't come to Cobb. Cobb mean count on being busted if you come across the river. For us, that's what they told us. So I understand that it's been that way for years. So I can't change it in 22 days. It's going to be some work for me to change that stigma, but I can only change that stigma putting everything I got into it, making sure I got the best staff, hiring the best people that I possibly can for the Cobb County.
4 years from now, how do you think we're going to be talking about the detention center?
That this is the best detention center in the state of Georgia, if not the United States.